Hello and good morning to all. Welcome back to our show, What's Up Malaysia, with our beautiful panels for today. And we all would love to discuss this particular issue for today. Now, for the topic, I believe this particular topic is a constant viral issue that has been mentioned and repeated for decades, especially towards girls. This particular standard has been influencing girls to be someone that they're not. They were born to be somebody, and yet they were raised to be somebody else. Now, I believe our viewers may have guesses on the topic. The topic itself, the reality of being a girl, the unrealistic standard set by the society. Now, I believe we shall move on to our panels. It will be best for me to introduce our guest for today. We have Raihana, the club president of Soul Sisters. She is someone that has been working hard to create a safe space for women to learn, to explore, and to be involved in society. This is especially tremendous towards the women in her university. On the other hand, we have Dr. Alia, who is a newcomer Malaysian developmental psychologist, who is best known for her research in the moral of young adults, especially in Malaysia. Now, I believe all the viewers would love to know what we're talking about, and I believe we shall start with Raihana to share the experience, the knowledge, the information she may have on this particular matter. So Rahana, please take the stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Rahana and I'm the president of the Soul Sisters Club. So now I'm gonna share you guys the slide that I've made. Wait a minute. It's about the beauty standard. So today's topic about the harsh and unrealistic standard for girls. Okay, the expectation of society and how girls should be and should behave. And this is a very toxic mindset that influence younger generation. So I'm gonna focus mainly on the Asian beauty standard because obviously we're Asian. So Asian beauty standard is mainly influenced by the East Asia beauty standard, which is in China, Korea, and Japan, due to the trend on their social media such as TikTok, Douyin, which is kind of like TikTok but the Chinese version, I mean China version of it, and then Weibo and plus the entertainment industry, as we all know, such as K-pop or like drama, those kind of stuff. And then for beauty standard, all the girls expected to fit in the standard to be considered as the proper girl. And pretty privilege also play a part in this. So I'm gonna show you the example of like Asian beauty standard that people set. So for girls, we need to have like large eyes, monolid, not monolid, I mean double eyelid especially, and then small and pointed nose, fair skin, V-shaped jaw, and straight eyebrows. So these are the examples that people often use, these girls. And then for the body, I think I've heard this before. You need to be under 50 kilogram to be considered as skinny. And I even had friends that told me that if you're 45 kg and above, you're fat. That's what a friend of mine told me. And I was really shocked because to me, 45 kg is normal, and also for weight, you need to consider your height as well, So 45 kg is still skinny. And then for height, 155 and 165 centimeter, but this is for East Asia. For Malaysia, I think it's a little bit shorter than that. And then obviously fair skin, slim hourglass body, and hairless and smooth skin. So I'm gonna tell you guys the effect of beauty standard that lead to plenty of dangerous trend, and these trends end up affecting people mentally and physically. So first of all, This one is from China. Around 2016, there's a trend we call like A4 waist challenge. Was a trend among women to show off their skinny waist. So they put the A4 paper and then put it in front of their stomach or like their waist to show how skinny they are. So if the paper cover their whole waist, it means that they're skinny. So this trend is promoting unhealthy standard. But to some of the influencers that did this said that it's not how do I say it? It's not very harming. It's not a harmful trends because to them being skinny is actually better than being fat. That's what they said. And then for the second example, this is plastic surgery. This happened recently. A 9 years old girl, Japanese girl named Michi, undergo a double eyelid surgery due to her mom's trauma on the Japanese beauty standard. So Japan is ranked number 4 in the world for having the most plastic surgery procedures. And so this girl, her name is Michi, she and her mom have like a YouTube channel. It's a plastic surgery YouTube channel. So this is from the documentary, and in the documentary, she told that she was told to go. I mean, to do this procedure because of her monolith. So if you guys know, monolith is considered as not pretty in that country because it seems like having monolith make you look more unapproachable and more unfriendly. So like that's the reason why this girl did it. And then based on the research, 90% teenage girls contemplate to do plastic surgery in Japan. And then for the third example is the extreme diet. This is a famous diet which is called IU diet challenge, which have like I mean which is an unhealthy meal plan of 1 apple, 2 sweet potatoes, and a protein shake. And then this is what she eat every day. For I think for a few months, she only consumed 569 calorie every single day. But based on the dietary guidelines, you're supposed to eat, I mean, you're supposed to consume 1,800 to 2,400 calorie every day for a teenage girls. And then the fourth one, I think this one is pretty common in even in Malaysia. This is skin bleaching, including like whitening cream that have mercury and vitamin C drip. So the effect of this higher the risk of skin cancer and risk of hemolysis, and this is because of the colorism in most Asian countries and prejudice against dark colored skin. So that's the reason why most Asian people want to have like fair and clear skin. So these are the effect of beauty standard. So the first one is eating disorders, such as anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating. Those with these disorders often engage with self-harming behaviors such as self-starvation, self-induced vomiting, over-exercising, and laxative abuse. And then this could also lead to heart problems, can severely impact cardiovascular health due to less calorie consumption because their body doesn't have enough fuel to pump the heart. And then it could also lead to deterioration of esophagus and teeth due to the acidity and also because of the lack of nutrition. And it could also decrease hormone levels because when we limit fats and calories in the diet, our levels of sex hormones can drop down, and this could lead to the period problem for younger girls. And then lastly, it's about effect on the body image, which we call body dysmorphia. So an article called Body Image, What It Is and How It Affects Mental Health by Carrie Health describes the danger of being obsessed with person's appearance. And then one of the articles also states that 40 to 60% of elementary school age girls are concerned about their weight. And then the same article also states that over half of teenagers, girls, skips meals, smoke cigarettes, vomit, and take laxative in order to control their weight. And also from this, it will also lower their self-esteem, continuous pursuit for the perfect slender body may generate negative feelings that will make them feel vulnerable, and this could also lead to depression and anxiety. And then one of the reason why this happened, because I did mention at the first, pretty privilege play a part for this. So the reason why a lot of people want to fit in the beauty standard, even though it's harming them, is because of the pretty privilege. And in one of the articles said that most people found that attractiveness privilege occurs for both men and women. So having a pretty privilege will benefits them, especially if you're in workplace or if you're in university like me. Having a pretty privilege sometimes could help you. Some people could help you to get what you want. Because people tend to see pretty people or like good looking people as someone that looks reliable or someone that looks charismatic enough to receive that position. So when they do like a voting system, sometimes they don't look at their quality, because how do I say that their face already like overshadow their qualities. So that's why sometimes like this person is good, she is good at her job, she's very dedicated, she's just very honest, but she was not chosen as the to receive that position because people assume that she's not good enough based on her appearance, so that also play a part, and we call this lookism actually. So lookism is kind of like a prejudice against people's appearance. So as a president of the Soul Sisters Club, I hope that this kind of like toxic mindset would not affect. I mean, like would stop until here. I hope that as a uni student, we should not judge people just by their appearance, that we don't have to fit in the beauty standard to be considered as a valuable person. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rehana, for such insight on this matter. I believe what she has mentioned is either felt by us three or maybe have seen that to the girls that is just around us, maybe our friend, maybe our sisters, our cousin, our mothers, or maybe just, some random girl that we saw online. And yes, as you mentioned earlier, it is a toxic mindset that must be prevented from growing further. It is, from this particular mindset, from this particular expectations, such malicious trends was made and such consequences was felt by women, either mentally or physically. Thank you for that insightful talk, Raihana. I believe we have another panel waiting to share her points regarding this matter. So I would love to invite Dr. Alia for your view on this.
Okay. Thank you to our moderator, Ms. Atifa, for the warm welcome. And also credit to Ms. Hannah. She explained so much that I don't need to emphasize and explain on the issue in details. She did such a great job because as we know, they are the ones who experience it. She brings out the voice from within the young women community themselves. So I am going to explain on this issue without using the same method as Hannah. I will try my best to make it more feelable and you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. I have a part-time job as a counselor at James Wood High School, and it is shocking that the enormous amount of students that come and find me, especially the girls, and they start talking about how they hated themselves. So based on research that's I did with my team, 7 out of 10 girls, okay, 7 out of 10 believe that they are not good enough or did not fit into this certain beauty standard. So unfortunately, this beauty standard that you guys idolizes, it changes every day, every minute, without any like specific criteria. So last time I went on TikTok, like Hannah said before, like TikTok is a viral social media right now. You know, I just want to see what this youngsters are up to, and like I want to keep myself young too. You know what I'm saying? So I saw some girls, they start talking about mouth and nose gap. It is weird. You know, these girls are insecure of the gap between their mouth and their nose. Like they started filming the videos, like showing the mouth and the nose gap like here. So which I suppose like the current beauty standard is that the girls are supposed to have no or little gap between their mouth and their nose. Like the lips and the nose, between this the gap right there must be no gap. So that is like so absurd, as tiny detail as that. Some of the female students in the high school were also sent to my room to talk about their body image. So one of the cases that I handled is this one student. She was trigger warning. She was trying to hurt herself in school bathroom during recess because she just broke up with her boyfriend. You know, I talked more and more about the issue with her, and the student stated that the boyfriend broke up with her because of her body hair. Can you imagine that? Like some hairs on your arms or legs or face, okay, won't hurt. But because this guy pointed it out, we may lost a beautiful soul that day. I may lost that student, but it is hard. So here I state my concern more. So these young girls out here be hurting themselves to, you know, for these labels that people, the society put on you. So how come there are like so many terms to describe a woman's body, but to men they're just fat, skinny, nerd, handsome or not, you know? But for women, they have, let's say, high gaps, you want tan lines, you want plum lips, you want bigger eyes and whatsoever. They want specific body type, like hourglass or pure pear type of type of body. So we even pay, to be honest, like we even pay for the operations to get this perfect body or face as described by other people, especially men. Okay, come on, girls, we are better than this, okay? I also did some research in the unrealistic body standards from around the world. As Hannah described it before, there is that trend in China where they used to be like skinny girls with papers. They want to like their hips are fully covered by the A4 paper. And I'm telling you, those young women in China, they go they go on like strict diet to get that particular body size for that A4 paper trend. And in America, there are plum lips are very popular. So they have injections, they put in some filler in lips, so it will look like bigger and prettier in some eyes. Okay, and yeah, some of these procedures did go wrong. Okay, to the horror, to the point that you cannot go back to your original lips. And I tell you guys, these trends, they are coming to Malaysia. So our youngsters, especially the young women of Malaysia, they are affected with these trends and they are working hard to get that too. So as I say, to fit in the beauty standards, okay? We are hurting ourselves to fit in these toxic beauty standards. It's unrealistic even. Like for me, as a 30-year-old woman, okay, oops, I might reveal my age a little bit, but I know I look 22, but okay. Anyways, back to the topic. As a full adult, we have, I mean, I have my own occupation and I can say a little success in my career, and I have no intention at all to please other people. As long as I'm healthy, I am presentable, then I'm good. But this young adult, these girls who are going to be a full-grown women, they are still searching for themselves. They are still building that image. Okay? So this kind of standards that they put in, that the society put in, beauty standards, will destroy that kind of image. They will want to create this perfect Barbie-like girl in their mind, and the objective is what? To be like that Barbie doll. Okay, they can starve themselves, they can work 3 jobs to pay for procedures to get the perfect body. Unfortunately, these standards always change. Yeah, like this year they want curvy girl, the next year they want perfect model like slim girl. So it changed, the trend changed, the standard changes, but people don't. We can't even change our body in one night, okay? We don't have to. As cliche as it is, I wanted to say that everyone is pretty in their own ways. No, think about it. Like, if everyone looks the same, if everyone has long, slender lips and big eyes, isn't it boring to look at? They're like no different between you and I. We are clones. Well, I mean, that sounds boring to me. So come think about it. So as a closing, I'm going to give all of you a homework to go look at yourself when you go back home and try to say a good thing to yourself every morning you wake up. Make it a homework, make it a habit. So when you look up in the mirror and then you say something that you love about yourself, these actions, I believe, will create the subconscious mindset that you love yourself, your body. It will create a positive day. I promise you guys. Try it out and you will feel the difference. And I think that's it. For the moderator, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Alia. Wow. That to begin with, that story you told about the poor girl trying so hard to fit in and ended up, paying the price on her own body is literally traumatizing, not just to her but also to us, to know that this is harmful to all of us as a girl. And like you said, there are terms different for girls. We have more explicit terms toward girls. This is actually very harmful, and it's not just abroad, it's not just people that does it. No, we do it too. I believe that when I was younger, I did that to myself, I believe. And yeah, this thing, as you said before, the beauty trends, the beauty procedures that was made, it is coming to Malaysia if it's not already here. So we as the adults, we as someone who are in a better place in life, maybe we should help the younger generations, to help influence them, that, to quote Dr. Alia before, the standard changes, but our body doesn't. We to fit in, we have such a big price to pay for, and are we able to afford that? It is something to ponder on. And before I end our talk today, I would love to mention again Dr. Alia's suggestion on us waking up in the morning, calling ourselves pretty, just as maybe as simple as "I am pretty," to start with, to start the day with. Maybe start simple, start with "I am pretty," and over the time we don't even have to tell ourselves. We just look in the mirror and we just realize, oh, we are pretty. Some big changes start small. Thank you to our panels for joining our talk today. I hope all of you have a great day, and may we bring such a tremendous change to the girls all around Malaysia and maybe even all around the world.